let's get into it. A common question that we get is, what is a canonical URL? So Jill, would you mind sharing with everyone, what is a canonical URL?
Sure. A canonical URL is normally one that's chosen to represent a group of duplicate or very similar pages. You can either choose to set the URL yourself, the canonical URL, or you can have Google choose the URL for you. In that screenshot there, you can see in Google Search Console, you'll be able to tell in Google Search Console for any given web page whether there's a user declared canonical or if Google has declared it canonical that's different than the one that you've set. The one thing about letting Google set your canonical for you is that you could risk them declaring the wrong canonical URL to be the set URL. And then you can also risk it not getting indexed because it is confusing to Google as it seems like duplicate content when you have more than one variant of a page. You don't want to risk lowering your search rankings or leaving pages unindexed because of that duplicate content.
Yep. And this screenshot, where did this come from?
So that is the screenshot from Google Search Console. There's a search bar in Google Search Console where you can put in any of your page URLs and you'll be able to see under the indexing area whether there is a set canonical or not.
Excellent. Yeah, and are there any pages that people should maybe look to see if there's a canonical, maybe pages that have similar content to other pages?
So there's a lot of reasons why pages might have different variants. So for in e-commerce, for example, your product pages may have multiple variants of the same product on a given web page. So if you have a certain product that comes in different colors, you might have the color represented in the URL for that page. So the canonical URL would encompass all of those URLs so that not all of those URLs with each color are getting indexed. It's just one URL per page that's getting indexed in Google search results. That way it's providing a unique value to users who are able to see it in search results and navigate to that page. Another example of having duplicate content is normally you'll have the HTTPS secure protocol URL as their set canonical. You'll also have a different one that's for HTTP. That's not the secure one. That one you don't want to be indexed. You want to have just that HTTPS indexed, but there will be two variants. So you'll have to set that canonical.
Got it. Yeah, and that's super helpful just to tell Google that this is the one that you should be focusing on versus crawling in index all these duplicate pages and just throws off a bunch of mixed signals. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. And you gave some examples right here of just kind of the different canonicals that you may want to consider. I know you talked about products. Anything else that any other examples here?
Yep, so those are great examples to see. So yeah, so that first one is the product one. So you can see that second variant down, you see product sizing in there. If there's more than one color, so that one's color specified as being red. If there's a red and a green product, but it's the same type of product on the same page, you don't want both of those indexed. So you would just have the product name, as you can see under that set canonical at the top. And then on the other side, for blogs, there's never really a reason why users would want to navigate to the second page of a blog section. You would always want them to go to that first page so they can flip through the pages themselves. So that's when you would set the canonical URL to be that main page.
Yep, definitely. Again, just telling Google that this is the primary page that you should focus in the original one. And also, if any of these sub pages, so for example, these product pages for e-commerce, different variants, color variants, let's say the red shoe is canonicalized to the main product, that's still going to pass any link equity that has from that original variant. But again, this is just remove duplicate content. And even for e-commerce shops, it's good to really point to that main canonical to the core pillar product that maybe you get the most sales out of, or just kind of like that hero product.